Hello, Cancer. A card jumped out for you before I even got the chance to say anything. Ooh, the Five of Wands. I'm going to put that back up. I'm going to set this deck to the side. How y'all doing? It's time for your May 2023 extended reading. Basically, all I'm really doing is trying to squeeze every last drop of information out of May that I possibly can. All right. For those of you who would like to find out how to schedule a personal reading, please check the description of this video. That's where you'll find everything you need to know, including my tarot course for $11.11. Also, don't forget to catch me over there on High Vibe TV. Yesterday, my latest episode of my manifestation series, Mastering the Matrix, was posted. And this is going to be a long, drawn out, probably 6-month long manifestation series. That's at least my goal. That's my plan. Could be a little bit shorter, could be a little bit longer. I don't know. But my goal is for those of you who want the information, you have to want it. You have to want it. You have to be so sick and tired of repeating the same cycles in your life that you're ready to actually see real results. Okay. Kick your shoes off, get comfy. This is going to be a long, drawn-out series. The information to catch me on High Vibe TV is in the description of the video as well. All right, let's jump into this. I'm opening these up with the person from the past. What's the general energetic outline between Cancer and the person from the past? Let's see. Okay, Eight of Swords. So I can't really tell who this is, but basically somebody here is just trying to ignore this connection, play dumb. Somebody's playing dumb. Hang on. Let me just see how that plays into the rest of the spread. Four of Wands. Eight of Pentacles. Man. Two of Swords and Two of Wands. So actually, honestly, this is kind of general. I mean, I know this is a general reading, but this is a little bit more general than what I normally like. Okay, so for those of you who came to this reading wondering whether or not this person has moved on, no. Now, people ask me that all the time. Have they moved on? Now, you got to really step back and think, what does it mean to move on? Moving on doesn't just simply mean I'm moving forward in life, I'm in a new relationship, in love with somebody else, and starting a new life. That's not moving on. Now, that's a part of it. But just because somebody is in a new relationship, starting a new life, that doesn't necessarily mean they have moved on. Moving on means not only am I healed from that past situation, but I'm so thankful that it happened the way that it happened that I wouldn't go back and change anything, even if you put a time machine in front of me right now. You can shove that time machine up your ass. That happened exactly the way it was supposed to happen. I'm thankful for that. That's moving on. This person hasn't processed through shit. No, they haven't. We'll look more at their intentions here in a little bit. But look at these twos. Look at all these twos that popped out here. That kind of tells me that both of you are kind of at a bit of a crossroads. There's an open door of opportunity hanging wide open for somebody to come attempt reconciliation, give this another shot, communicate something, but Knight of Wands reversed. Doesn't look like a move is being made in that direction. Queen of Wands in the reverse. Okay. Could be a Taurus for some of you. Okay, that's all this spread's telling me. It's not much, but that's all it's telling me. Okay. Well, let's dig up their true energy and intentions a little bit deeper. Let's see how they feel about you at the deepest level. How does this person feel about Cancer at the deepest level? 9 of Pentacles in the reverse. So some of you, this person feels like you took advantage of them in some way. I don't know if you did or not, but for whatever reason, that's what they're thinking. 8 of Pentacles reversed. They don't want to work on this. They don't feel like it would even be worth it to work on this. I mean, they may want to at a deep level, but they don't feel like it would work even if they tried. Yeah, I think they're throwing in the white towel on this. So they have given up on this, but they haven't let it go. Does that make sense? They've given up, but they haven't fully released it and let it go. Yeah, see, they're still hurt. They're still hurt. Yeah, they are. They feel like they failed. They feel like they wasted their time. Look, there it is. Told you. King of Cups, baby. Yes, they still love you. Yes, they do. And they still keep an eye on you, too. I think that they have a lot of things that they want to say to you, but for whatever reason, they're not coming forward. They're just basically keeping an eye on you to see if you have moved on. I think y'all are both kind of sitting there wondering that about each other in a way, you know? All right, well, let's see if they plan to take any kind of action. Is this person taking action towards Cancer? Mm-hmm. Are they taking action? Queen of Wands. Now, this is turning into a stubbornness competition. 10 of Swords again. Now, like I said, I'm pretty sold on the idea that they've just thrown in the white towel on this. King of Pentacles. Now, they're not taking a lot of action. Well, let's just go straight to the advice then. What's the best advice for Cancer? What's the best way for Cancer to handle this situation? Would it be a good idea for Cancer to initiate communication? Wait for them to communicate, or just move forward and heal? What's the best? Well, that's the 8 of Wands in the reverse. It's saying if you have communication blocked, it wouldn't be a good idea to unblock them. Why not? Why is communication a bad idea? Why is communication a bad idea? Oh, healing is your number one priority. Don't open up communication until you've done some healing. Yeah, see, we got that 9 of Swords there too. Until you've done some kind of healing. Now, that does not mean that you need to be glowing and floating on a cloud, you know, with a halo, playing a harp. You're not supposed to be a perfect little angel who's just perfect. But until you've done some kind of healing, try to gain some understanding behind this situation. See if you can gain some understanding behind the deeper meaning behind why it happened the way that it happened. The first stage of healing is acceptance. That's the first stage. So we got to accept it first. You got to accept it first. Have you ever uttered the phrase, everything happens for a reason? Have you ever said that? If you say no, I don't believe you. We've all said that at least once. And the fucked up thing about us as humans is that we love to say that when things are going real good. When things are going good, we love saying that everything happens for a reason. It's when something painful happens, or something scary, or just anytime things start happening in a way that is not what we had planned, then all of a sudden, everything happens for a reason flies out the window. Well, everything happens for a reason except that. That's not the way that was supposed to happen. So I got to go back and try to do it again my way. And then what happens? Same fucking thing happens again. And do we realize then that that happened for a reason? Oh, no, 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 no. No, that didn't happen that way for a reason. The universe is kind of stupid sometimes. So I got to go back and try that again. And then the same thing just keeps happening and keeps happening and keeps happening and keeps happening over and over and over and over and over. Right? Okay. All right. Well, okay. I'm trailing off. Sorry about that. Okay. Yeah. Just do a little bit of healing. Gain a little bit of understanding behind the situation and why it happened. And then once you kind of start to, again, you don't have to be completely healed, but once it kind of starts coming into perspective a little bit more clearly, then let's see if you still even want to have a conversation with this person. You may not. You very well may not. But cross that bridge when we get to it. Okay. All right. Singles. Single Cancerians and their love interest. Too many cards came out. I'm putting them back. What's happening generally between single Cancers and the person who lives in their head rent-free? Oh, that's you, boo-boo. Chariot. Some of you could possibly... Okay, if you are interested in or talking to somebody who's at a distance from you, there is a possibility you could be traveling to see them. Or they could be traveling to see you, one of the two. Uh-oh, but a love offer's not being made. Why not? What's going on? No offer is being made. I don't see an offer being made from either of you. Strong ass connection though, dude. Really intense connection. So y'all feel like pulled towards each other like a magnet, but no offer is being made. It almost kind of feels like the universe will not open that door. And it's getting to the point, maybe, okay, so I'm going to get kind of specific here. Maybe some of you refuse to be the initiator and you want them to pursue you. If that's the way you look at it, if you absolutely refuse to be the initiator, it's looking like the window of opportunity, for the two of you to make something happen is coming to a close. And this is more than likely, it's going to end up being too late. And somebody else is going to make their way into your life who's not this person. Could be a Gemini for some of you. Also have Scorpio and Cancer here. Okay, well, let's see how your love interest feels about you. How does Cancer's love interest feel about them? Boom, 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 boom. Some of you are interested in somebody at the workplace. Knight of Pentacles reversed. If you're dealing with somebody at the workplace, I don't think they want a workplace relationship. This person's very emotionally independent. I do think they are sexually attracted to you. I feel like this person's very sexually attracted to you, but they're very kind of emotionally detached. But they still feel a really strong connection with you, though. They do. But I don't think it's an emotional connection. They feel an energetic connection, a soul connection, but not an emotional connection. I don't know if that makes any sense to you or not, but yeah, I do think that, yeah. They're sexually attracted to you. Well, this person looks to me kind of like they just want to be single. Either that or they've just been single for so long that they're used to being single. They're very comfortable being single. This person's very, very, very independent. And that may be one of the reasons why you feel so attracted to them. Okay. I think they would be interested, though, if they really had a clue how interested in them you are. Now, I don't know why they're unaware of that. Either A, you've never said or done anything to indicate your interest, or B, you did, but they just didn't really take it seriously for whatever reason. Okay, well, I want to jump straight into the advice on this because, again, looks like a situation that's kind of at a standstill. So, what's the advice? Hang on. Advice. Four of Cups in the reverse. Don't put your life on hold for this person, and don't pass up any opportunities waiting for this person to notice you. Don't be afraid to open up and be vulnerable with them. They got to know how you feel, honestly. But, yeah, that's what I thought. Okay. So, after a certain point, okay, for the new faces in here, I don't know if you've noticed this or not, but I'm kind of a weird tarot reader. My goal is not to just simply answer your questions. My goal is to give you knowledge and wisdom that'll help you figure out how to navigate these situations yourself. So I want to help my clients and my audience develop their own personal relationship with the universe. So here's one of the things that I like to invite people to take into consideration. Do I believe that the universe is so stupid that it would pick a person to be my life partner who would leave me sitting around wondering whether or not they're interested in me? That would leave me wondering whether or not we're ever going to be together? That would have me sitting around pulling my hair out, trying to figure out how they felt about me? Does that sound like the one person the universe picked out for me? Now, technically, that's open-ended. But this is one thing that I always like to think about. Okay, universe, if you want this person in my life, I'm trusting that you'll bring them to me. If this person is not meant to be a part of my life, I guess you just won't let it happen then. So if they haven't made their way into my life and the two of us have not gravitated towards each other naturally and organically, I guess you must have some other kind of plan. I don't know what that plan is, but I guess you must have some other kind of plan going on here. So, okay. Later. Deuces. Bye. Now, that's just to cut straight through the bullshit. Now, is there a soul contract? Maybe there is. Maybe there isn't. But this is just something that I like to think about. Something that I like to think about. Again, it's different for everybody. But just ask yourself that question and see what you come up with. But especially when it comes to this person here, this situation here, don't pass up any other opportunities waiting for somebody who does not even fucking notice your existence to see your value. I don't know about you, But I don't believe the universe picked a person for me who wouldn't see my value. I don't think so. If you don't see my value, you don't see my potential, you think you can get something better? Go get it then. Go on, get it. Go on. You think that person will be a better option than me? Go have him then. Go have him, respectfully. I'm saving myself for somebody who sees my fucking value. Mm-hmm. All right, general messages. General messages for Cancer. Ooh, some of you maybe had a falling out with a family member, and there's still a strong grudge being held for, or it could be a friend, but I don't think this is not love. Okay. So for those of you wondering whether or not a family member who you fell out with, like how they're feeling about it, whether or not they've let it go. No, they have not. Whoever this is you fell out with in the past, whether it's a friend or a family member, they are still holding a grudge. They are still pissed off about whatever happened. Nine of Pentacles in the reverse. You may have somebody around you who has ulterior motives and is using you for other reasons other than friendship or whatever the case may be, especially if you are a little bit more blessed in the bank than some of the people around you, and you're wondering whether or not that's the only reason this person's friends with you, or that's the only reason this family member likes to spend time around you, is because you're willing to spend money on them. Now, I know that's not for everybody, but it came through, so I had to say it. Okay. Ooh, yeah. There's some kind of weird tension building between you and somebody, either a friend or a family member, or possibly both. But for those of you who have been feeling this tension building, like say your mom, tension's been building for the past couple of years, ever since I don't know, ever since I decided to go to college to be a doctor instead of a lawyer or something stupid like that, or ever since I voted for this person instead of that person, or ever since I married this person, or ever since I dated that person, or whatever. Tension's been building, no, that tension is not going to go away. And if it's not addressed soon, it could pop off into some ugly, nasty drama. Some of you may be trying to kind of stuff it under the rug. There's a big purple elephant between you and somebody who's close to you. Could be a friend too. It doesn't have to be family. But with general messages, this is anything but love. So either a friend or a family member, there's somebody around you. And also too, again, there's a past person. If you fell out with somebody in the past and you're wondering whether or not they're over it, no, they're not. Star card. Okay. All right. Yeah, you got a snake in the grass. Yep, there's definitely somebody in your close circle of friends or family who is an undercover hater. Yep, and that's a lot more common than you would think. You know how to find out who your undercover haters are? Start doing better. Start doing better. Get on a manifestation path and start doing better. Your undercover haters will expose themselves immediately. And yes, you got them. Promise you. I know you don't believe me, but I promise you, if you have never made a penny over $50,000 a year, and nobody in your family has made a penny over $50,000 a year, if you were to start a business tomorrow and start earning 500,000, promise you, I promise you, you would end up discovering that you have an undercover hater in your close circle of friends and family. And most of the time, I'm just being generous saying one. Most of the time, it's more than one. Most of the time. They don't want to see you do better. And they damn show don't want to see you doing better than them. Oh, God, that pisses them the fuck off when you start doing better than them. Oh, yes. They'll start trying to shame you, trying to guilt trip you, start trying to throw shade at you, talking bad about you. All of a sudden, you're this bad person now, and you're selfish, and you think you're better than everyone, and because they don't like seeing you doing better than them. And that person typically tends to be somebody who's so close to you, you never would have expected it. Let's get general advice. General advice. General advice. Okay, so do not screw up your priority list for anyone. Okay. Okay. There it is again, man. We're still talking about the same thing. Still talking about the same thing. Only, okay. It seems like I've given this advice like 5 times in the last month, but okay, whatever. If you hear a rumor floating around about you, here's another way to find out who your undercover haters are. Let a rumor float around about you. Don't defend it. Don't start fighting to tell your side of the story or fighting to clear your name. Don't do that. Step back and see who believes it. Step back and see who believes it. Think about it. If you hear something bad about somebody that you love with all your heart, and you hear something bad about them, you don't want to believe it. Sometimes we might even start making excuses in our own imagination so that we don't believe it. We'll make excuses for the person, whether it's true or not. But when you hear something bad about somebody you don't like, you want to believe that shit, don't you? You want to believe it, don't you? So with that in mind, the next time there's a rumor floating around about you, step back and see who believes it. If you're supposedly my homie, we're like this, we're tight. And there is this out and out bold-faced lie being told about me. And you believe it? Now I'm talking about a real lie. Okay. Now, if it's the truth, then you can't be mad at nobody but yourself. But I'm talking about an actual lie. Something that's untrue being said about you. If me and you are supposed to be close, if we're friends or we're family, and you hear a lie being told about me, and you believe it, that means you wanted to believe it. That means you wanted to believe that shit. Why do you want to believe a lie about me? Because you never really liked me to begin with. Because you were an undercover hater. Telling you, if you can manage, look, I'm telling you, there's a snake in the grass. Yep, you have an undercover hater. And you know what I'm really thinking here? With the high priestess, you know who it is. You know exactly who it is. Because it doesn't feel right when they're around. It doesn't quite feel right. It's that close friend or family member that every time you're around them, you always walk away wondering if they're talking about you behind your back. You know how you can feel that? You can kind of feel it whenever you're around somebody, and then whenever you leave the room, you can tell. I bet you they're in there talking about me now. No, no, they wouldn't do that. Yeah, the fuck they would. Yeah, they would. That one person that when you're around them, you're wondering, do you secretly hate me? Something feels off about you. Are you planning something? Are you scheming something? That's who it is. So, what I would do if I was you, if you feel some strange, funny, weird vibes about somebody, how about this? Step back and release them. Step back and release them. This is a good way to ask yourself whether or not anything or anyone is meant to be in your life. If there's a person that I'm not 100% sure should be in my life, what would happen if I step back and let you go? What would happen if I stopped texting you? If I stop texting you and we drift apart, bye. Later. Deuces. And sitting out now, same thing with like your job. What would happen if I just didn't show up to work? What would happen? Would they be like, okay, all right, well, let's find your replacement? Would they just be in a hurry to replace me? Or would the boss be on the phone like, please come in? Please, please, please come in. I'll give you a 50-cent raise. Just please come in. Please, we need you. This is a good. Now, again, there is no one size fits all, but on the path in developing your own relationship with the universe, this is a good little exercise to use. Good little exercise to use. What would happen if I release and let go of this person, this place, this thing, this whatever? What would happen if I just let it go? If I let it go and it would just drift away, later. Think about that. All right. I feel like those were the messages that my Cancerian friends needed to hear. So I'm going to go ahead and end this video here. Thank you all for tuning in and playing along once again. I greatly appreciate all of the love, support, and positive feedback. Y'all still be showing me after 5 long years every time I get on here and do this. Makes my job worthwhile here on YouTube, y'all. I greatly appreciate you. Don't forget to check the description of this video if you would like to find out how to schedule a personal reading. You can even purchase my tarot reading course for $11.11, or catch me over there on High Vibe TV with my new series, Mastering the Matrix. It's all in the description of this video. I'm out of here now, y'all. I wish you love, luck, light, and prosperity on your journey. Y'all stay blessed.